take this one step further. All right, so I'm gonna shut that down and let's create another visualization as a dialog. Application, add object, visualization. I will call this one Are You Sure? And oh, no spaces. And we'll go Are You Sure Light. Now that we have two empty visualizations, here they are, Sandbox Light and Are You Sure Light, both with nothing in them. Also, too, this is a newer version of Codesys, but in the older ones, just make sure in target visualization you have one of them specified as start. Same thing, web visu as well. All right, Sandbox Light, all that looks good. So here's what I'm gonna show you kind of the power of Codesys, and this Are You Sure Light we're going to use as a dialogue, and we're going to use pointers or one pointer to basically reuse this one visualization as a dialogue for anything in your HMI that you want to have like an Are You Sure splash screen. So first thing is double click on Are You Sure Light and come up here to the top. You can pull this down, and this visualization actually has variables that are associated with it. Variable inside here, I'm gonna have a string. Call it display. That's gonna be a string. And let's also do the toggle bit. This is gonna be the bit that we are sure we want to toggle, and that's gonna be a pointer to bool. Now, Codesys is like C code. You can declare structs, data structures, and functions. However, it's not object-oriented like a C++ code where you can declare data structures that have functions within them. However, it's nice enough where it allows the functionality of pointers. All a pointer is, it just contains the address of another place in memory. And for now, that's pretty much all you need to know. They're just know that pointers are so simple, they're hard. All that does is it'll contain the address of anything you give it. So here, let's just bear with me and let's just go and let's build this thing really quick. I'm going to do a couple rectangles here. You can make this look nicer, but I'm just going to do it quick. Inside this rectangle is going to be our basically dialogue. And so we'll write some text in here, and we're going to do Are you sure you want to and then the variable %s is string, lowercase s, question mark. So that should, all right, are you sure you want to %s? Next, you're going to go in and you're going to say text variable, and that's going to be display. Yep. And then all we need are a couple of buttons, and I usually use rectangles as buttons for yes, and one rectangle for no. Copy, paste. Okay. I'm just going to go real quick. Yes. And no. And all you have to do is come into yes right here and go into this input configuration and onMouseDown and hit configure. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go toggle a variable. All right, and the variable is going to be the address of our pointer, and the syntax of that is going to be toggle bit. Input assistant is helpful, and there it is. And then we're going to use this character, the caret. Where is it on my keyboard? All right, Shift 6. But that caret symbol tells the computer, all right, don't toggle what's in toggle bit because it's just a memory address. Toggle what that points to. All right, it's called dereferencing a pointer. All right, let's build it, see if it likes it. 0 errors, it does like it. All right, there's one more thing we have to do. Not only do we have to toggle the variable, but we also have to close the dialog. And there's no dialog in the menu. So here, let's cancel this out and go right click on Are You Sure Light, go to Properties, and click Visualization. Here, use Visualization as, check the dialog radio button. Hit Apply, and hit OK. So now, when we go back to Yes and configure onMouseDown, should toggle the variable, and then after that we want it to close the Are You Light. So hit OK, that should be good. No, click on No, go to onMouseDown, hit Configuration, and just go close the dialog, because you don't want to do anything except for close the dialog. Now that should be good. Let's save it and build it. And now let's implement this puppy. So I'm going to create another global variable list to contain all my strings in this project. I usually do that. I usually go gvl_strings. Oh, fuck. Let's refactor that. Rename, sorry. Strings. Alright. Bam. This dialog will pop up. Hit OK. And then also, too, let's comment out qualified only. And let's just do indicator dialog. Indicator dialog is a string. I intend to put all strings in here. And let's set that equal to single parentheses is syntax. And this will set the string equal to this when the global variable list is initialized upon startup. So let's just do, are you sure you want to turn on the light? Turn on, here, let's just go toggle indicator. That way it's more accurate. Question mark, okay. All right, so now go over sandbox light, and then instead of toggle indicator, delete that and go onMouseDown, open dialog. Dialog's gonna be, are you sure light? And so in here is where you add the display string, which is gonna be indicator dialog. And then we need a pointer. A pointer is its own separate data type. And this is a pointer to bool, so that is a pointer to a bit. So it's not going to like this because it doesn't have a value in there, but I'm just going to continue and this is going to error out. But let's go back to the main global variable list. Under iIndicator, we have a bool, and let's just make iIndicator pointer. So PTR, and that is a pointer to bool. And whenever I declare a pointer, I always initialize it when it's in the main program. I know we didn't initialize it when it was part of the visualization, but whenever it's part of the program, initialize it. What do I mean by that? I go, all right, you declared it, now want to initialize it to something. When you initialize a pointer, you don't use the caret to dereference, you use the address keyword basically. And that will, when it's initialized, that will point it to something, and the address is iIndicator. iIndicator. So basically what that does is when the pointer gets birthed in memory, it gives it an address to point to, because this will crash, and always do this. If a pointer in your program is not pointing to anything, it'll fatal error and it'll crash itself. So be really careful. Let's see if it likes this. Does seem to like it. And so let's go back to Sandbox Light and just link this. Let's go to Configure, Open Dialog, go back to this baby, and give it the pointer. Toggle bit is going to be pointer to bool, and we're going to give it what? iIndicator pointer, and that should work. All right. You have configured input-output parameters, no result values. Yes. All right, that should work. It should like it. does like it. We're in simulation mode. Let's power it up and see if this works. All right. Dum dum dum. Start it. Start. Are you sure you want a toggle indicator? No. Start. Are you sure you want a toggle indicator? Yes. Works. All right. So you sure you want a toggle indicator? Yes. There you guys have it. Bam. So you sure you want a toggle indicator? Yes. There you guys have it. Bam.